It's time for Timothy. Yes, it's time for that little mouse to find a magical genie and receive his wish to be taller. But how tall should he be?
It isn't fair. How come I can't be tall? Drat!
Oh, my back! Who in thunderation broke the bottle and woke me up? Confound it! Well, it was you, wasn't it? Don't just stand there, speak when you're spoken to.
It was me, all right.
What's your name, son?
I'm Timothy Churchmouse. And you're a real genie, aren't you?
Of course I'm real, you numbskull, and it's Mr. Genie to you. Why'd you smash my house?
I'm sorry, Mr. Genie. I didn't mean to. I didn't know you were inside it.
Don't just stand there. Skedaddle. Find me another. I want one about so high, so wide, green, clean, and with a cork. Hurry. I'm tired.
Don't worry. I know where there's a bunch of bottles. I can get you one you'll like in a minute.
Then go on along with you.
Please, wait a minute. I have a wish.
Well, isn't that interesting? You have a wish, do you? Who cares? I don't have a home anymore. Be off with you.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going anyplace until you grant my wish.
See here, I'm not about to grant wishes just because someone, and especially you, asks. You see, my boy, even if I wanted to help you, which I don't, there are strict rules. Yes, rules. I am a member in good standing of the Royal Brotherhood of Genies, Local Chapter 201, and I abide by their rules.
I don't get it.
The Brotherhood's rules are, and I quote, each person asking that a wish be granted must first have tried to accomplish the task himself in a worthy and fitting manner.
I still don't get it.
Simply put, genies only help those who try to help themselves.
Now I get it.
Thank goodness for that.
I want to be tall, and I've tried everything. Nothing worked.
I've got to judge that for myself. Tell me what you've done.
Well, it all started with the football game and Jonathan.
Nice game, Tim.
Save it, Jonathan. It was crummy.
Sorry you feel like that, pal.
Don't call me pal. You didn't pick me for your team. Always was your number one pick. And your quarterback. You picked Elmer instead.
I'm sorry, Tim. The gym teacher made me the captain of the team, and I had to pick the best players.
I can throw longer passes than Elmer.
I know, but this season you're always being intercepted. You're not the best quarterback anymore, but you're still my best friend.
That's what you think.
Tim, wait up. You're in a big hurry today, aren't you? Where's Jonathan?
Who cares?
You should. He's your best friend, isn't he?
Is he?
Oh, I get the message now. Jonathan's team won the game and yours didn't.
Big deal.
You're just a sore loser.
I am not. It was just a stupid old game.
Stupid nothing. Now Jonathan's Reds can go to the championship. They're number one.
Why are you so happy? You're not on the team.
So, I'm a cheerleader for the team, aren't I? I cheered for the champs.
You mean the chumps, don't you?
Timothy Churchmouse, you're in a horrible mood. Look, I'm going over to Maureen's for a while. Take my pom-poms home for me, will you, Tim?
No way. Take him yourself, little Miss Star.
Thanks for nothing. Tim is a sorehead. Tim is a sorehead.
It isn't fair. It just isn't.
Why, Tim, are you home from the game already? Oh, did you have fun?
No.
Oh, dear, why not?
I hardly got to play.
I thought you were the quarterback.
Not anymore. Jonathan is captain of the Reds team, and he didn't even pick me, and I didn't get to even play quarterback for the team I was on.
That's a disappointment, isn't it?
Nobody wants me for their quarterback anymore. I'm just too short. Everybody grew over the summer but me.
Timothy, everybody who's young grows, but at different times and different rates.
You mean I am going to be tall someday?
Taller than you are now. Exactly what height you'll be, I can't say. Being very tall doesn't seem to run in your family, does it?
That isn't fair. I'm being punished for something that isn't my fault.
Timothy, I know your feelings have been hurt, and you feel cheated by what has happened. But we mustn't forget that along with the gift of life God has given us, the gift of being very special, each of us has different bodies and different talents. We should do our very best with these talents and not grumble about what we don't have.
I don't know.
Besides, many short people become famous.
Who?
Napoleon was a famous general. Toulouse-Lautrec, a wonderful painter.
But what about sports?
That's easy. You can't ever be a jockey that rides horses unless you're short.
Grandma Elsie, Tim's being nasty and he wouldn't carry my pom-poms home for me.
Tattletale.
I'm going to do a cheer for you. Rackety-rack, rickety-rack, what team do we back? Red, 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 hooray! We beat Tim's team 56-0.
You have to rub it in, don't you?
Now.
Maybe if I had been the quarterback, we'd have won.
And if the moon was made of green cheese.
Smarty. I don't know how anybody could hear the signals for the plays with you screeching and jumping up and down like a flea.
Let's talk about something else now.
Guess who leads the boys' line in school now? Tim does, 'cause he's the shrimp of the class.
Kathleen, that's enough. You owe Tim an apology.
Keep your old apology. I'm leaving.
Tim, come back, please.
Hi, Tim. How's it going?
Not so hot, especially after today's game.
Well, don't let it get you down, Tim.
That's easy enough to say. Hey, listen, I've got an idea. How about helping me?
Why, sure. What's up?
I've got to get tall and right away. Come over to the tree and measure me against it. Put a line where the top of my head is.
Now what?
Here's what. Tug at my legs. Pull them down. Oh, ow! Ow!
Golly, Tim, I didn't mean to hurt you.
Don't stop. Keep pulling. I know I'm stretching. Ow!
Are you okay?
I think so. It still hurts a little, but it's worth it. Come on, measure me again. I just know I'm taller.
Are you standing up real straight?
Sure I am. Well, how much?
Sorry, Tim. It's the same as before.
What? You're kidding. Look again. Be careful.
No soap. Tim, it's the same. Here, I'll give you up a boost up into the limb, and this time pull a little harder.
Thanks, Elmer, but that's all I can take for now. Maybe later. I'll have to think up something else for now. So long.
Bye, Tim.
Jeremiah! Jeremiah! You there? It's me, Tim. Don't you hear me?
Sorry, Tim. When I'm reading, I'm in another world.
Jeremiah, maybe you can give me some advice.
I'll try.
How can I get tall?
Drink lots of milk for calcium. That will make your bones grow. Eat high-quality protein foods such as...
Oh, I know that from health class. I mean, I want to get tall in a hurry.
That's different. Ah! Eureka!
Who's that?
Not who's that, but what's that?
I don't know. Don't you?
Eureka is a Greek word meaning I've found the solution.
You have?
Indeed. Now, if you had a mirror to look at yourself, side view, you'd see that the way you are standing is very, very poor. Tut, tut, tut.
Huh?
Stand up, perfectly straight. If you can, you'll add at the very least 2 or 3 inches, or over 4 to 6 centimeters to your height. And right away.
There. How's that?
Fair, fair. What you need is some instruction, and I'm just the one to handle it, having been a top sergeant in the Army. The troops under my command learn to stand stiff as rods, with excellent posture.
You were in the Army?
Certainly. In school, you must have learned about the great battle fought in this area. The soil around here was hard as rocks, good for nothing. Then Sergeant Jeremiah Worm and the 101st Battalion moved in, attacked the stubborn soil, and broke it up so it could be used for crops.
You mean you won?
Look around you, at the gardens, farms, and lawns. There's the proof of victory. We were awarded the Distinguished Merit Banner by General Horatio Worm himself.
Wow.
Now, Private Church Mouse, attention! Straighten those knees, flatten that back, pull in that stomach, stretch that neck, raise that head, eyes ahead. Good. You've put on over 4 centimeters to your height.
I have? Really? Great. But I'll never be able to walk like this.
Of course you can. About face, man. Left, right, up, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, forward march.
Hup, 2, 3, 4. Hup, 2, 3, 4. Phew. I guess Jeremiah can't see me anymore. Boy, it feels good to slouch again. A few centimeters isn't that much anyway. Say, this is Mr. Owl's. I'll ask him. Mr. Owl? Mr. Owl?
Who's there? Oh, it's much too bright out. I'll have to squint a bit.
I'm sorry to wake you up, but I've got a problem and you're so wise. I know you can help me.
I'll do my best. What's bothering you?
I want to be tall and in a hurry.
Not happy with your height, eh? I must say that it's not unusual for anyone to want to change things in one way or another. Why, even someone like myself wanted to be different at one time.
You did?
Yes, indeed. As you know, it is the nature of owls to sleep during the day and to be awake at night. But when I was a lad, I thought I knew better. I kept pestering my mother to let me play in the sunshine and sleep at night.
Did she let you?
Mama was a wise old bird. She agreed and let me find out for myself.
How?
Dear me, all the bumps and bruises I got because I couldn't see well. Worse than that, I was unable to catch food for myself. If Mama hadn't shared, I would have starved.
What happened?
It finally got through to me. Owls are night creatures, not day creatures.
You mean I should be happy with the way I am?
Something like that.
But I can't.
Nonsense. It's all in the way you think. You need the power.
The power?
Right. The power of positive thinking. You could do a lot better with everything if you just thought tall.
I don't get what you mean.
Let me explain. I'm sure you make excuses for not doing your best when you think, I'm not tall enough. And many times your size doesn't make any difference. After all, what is tall? You're tall compared to an ant. A giant isn't tall compared to a redwood. So think tall, and you'll be just that.
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, but I'll try anything.
Good. Let me know how things work out.
Sure thing. Thanks, Mr. Owl.
Don't mention it, Tim.
Wait till Granny sees the new me. I'll stand at attention and think tall at the same time.
Timothy, dear, I'm glad to see you've come back. And just in time, I'm going to bake your favorite cookies.
Oh, thanks.
And, Timothy, will you help me by getting the flour out for me?
It's not there.
Are you sure? Oh, that's right. I used it all last night. There's another package over there. I'll have to get it, though, dear. It's out of your reach.
I'll get it, Grandma Elsie. I am tall. I am tall.
What did you say, dear?
I can't reach it.
Of course you can't, but don't worry. I'll get it myself.
Mr. Owl was wrong.
You saw Mr. Owl, did you?
He's not as smart as I thought. And I saw Jeremiah, too. He had a good idea. Do you notice anything different about me?
I think you look a little tired, dear.
Anything else?
Well, no. What did you want me to notice, dear?
No, nothing.
Come on, let's get started on the cookies.
Do you mind if I go out for a while instead?
Oh, no, run along, but the cookies will be ready in half an hour.
And that's how I tried my best to become tall. But nothing worked.
Indeed. And I have to admit, it sounds like you tried your best. Therefore, in accordance with union rules, I can try to grant your wish.
Great! But did you say try? What do you mean, try? You're a genie, aren't you?
Absolutely. But it's been a long time since I've granted a wish. I've been retired now for over 400, or is it 500 years? Let's see, it was about...
Oh, never mind that now. Please try the wish.
Agreed. But you must put it in your own words.
I want to be tall.
You'll have to be more exact. How tall is tall?
Tall is tall enough to see over everyone's head when I'm throwing a pass. Tall enough to slam dunk the ball through the basket. Tall enough to stretch way out when I'm playing first base.
What are you talking about? Mention numbers.
Okay, about 2 meters high.
2 meters. What's meters?
Meters. You know, M-E-T-E-R-S.
Meters. I don't know M-E-T-E-R-S.
How about feet and inches?
That makes some sense.
Well, let's see. 2 meters equals about 6 feet.
6 feet, eh? Well, I'll give it my best. Alakazam, alakazo. Are you ready? Grow, grow, grow.
Oh, nothing happened.
I warned you. That's what I was afraid of.
You can do it. I know you can. Please try again, please.
I'll have to concentrate. Quiet. Alakazam. I know that part's right. Alakazish. Now you're tall, you get your wish. It worked! Fantastic! I haven't lost the old touch, have I? Is that tall enough for you?
I'll say so.
Well, I wasn't exactly on target, but it wasn't bad at all.
Wait till the gang sees me. I know Jonathan will want me on his team now, and I'll be the #1 quarterback. Oh, thanks, Mr. Genie. Bye.
Good luck, Tim. Now maybe I'll have a little peace and quiet.
Mr. Genie! Mr. Genie! Come out! I need you!
You bothering me again? I granted your wish, didn't I?
Look, I'm sorry, but I need a little change in my size.
What, not tall enough?
Too tall.
Too tall?
Too tall.
There's no pleasing some people, is there?
You see, I was just the right size for the football game. We beat them, hands down. But now we're going to play the state championship, and I can't fit into the bus or a car or a van to get there. You've got to make me smaller.
Remember, I need numbers.
How about taking off 4 meters, or about 12 feet?
Alakazam! Alaka-pink! Now's the time when you will shrink.
Oh no! You've made yourself into a giant! Your head is way up there!
I'm afraid not. I didn't change a bit, but you did.
You mean...
Yes, I look so big to you because you're so small.
Oh, you goofed again.
Tim, jump up and down and wave your arms so that I can know where you are. I wouldn't want to step on you by mistake. Good, now I see you. My, small as a baby ant, aren't you? Say, you're going to have to be very careful. It would be so easy for someone to come along and go, squish.
Oh, please, Mr. Genie. You wouldn't, would you?
Not me. Besides, it would be against union rules. Well now, your new size won't do it all, will it?
You bet it won't.
I'll give it another try. How many feet do you want to be?
Hold everything. I have only one more wish left, don't I?
Correct.
In that case, I'd better not take any chances. You'd better change me back into the size I was when I met you. Can you do it?
No problem. Original size is much easier than fussing with feet and inches.
Are you sure? Do I get a refund if you make a mistake?
After I return you to the size you were, you'll have your 3 wishes. Put the cork in a new bottle and throw it out into the town lake. I want some sleep.
It's a deal.
Ready?
First, goodbye and thank you.
Farewell, and you're welcome. Alakazam, Alakarise. You'll now change to your original size.
Hooray!
Boys and girls, last night for homework you were to finish reading Aladdin's Lamp. Today, we're going to use the magic carpet of our imaginations and discuss what each of you would ask for if you had but one wish.
Didn't Aladdin get 3 wishes?
Yes, Elmer, but we're going to choose one. That way, it will be more challenging. Besides, we're going to limit our one wish to how we would like to change ourselves. Who will volunteer to share with us their wish?
I'm good in sports, but a lot of times I wish I was good in schoolwork.
That's funny, Elmer. I'm good at schoolwork, but I wish I was a superstar in sports.
Oh, very good answers. Now, let's hear from some of the rest of you.
I can't think of anything.
Well, I'll come back to you later. Surely you'll be able to think of something. Tim?
I guess everybody knows what my wish is. To be tall enough to play any position I want on any sports team.
Aha! Tomorrow, we'll have time to hear more wishes. Those were very interesting answers. You know, it's natural for each of us to want to be perfect. However, we must be thankful for God's gift of life and the way God has made us, each in a special way. Surprisingly enough, sometimes what we think might be a handicap, a disadvantage, leads us to try twice as hard to succeed, or even leads us to new opportunities. Now, let's talk about our Christmas play. I know you're all familiar with Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
That's the one.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, that's the one with Scrooge, the mean old miser.
Bob Cratchit works for him.
And Tiny Tim has a cane, and the family is poor.
Correct. Next week we'll have auditions. You all can try out for any part. Oh, that is with one exception. The part of Tiny Tim. That role must be played by someone small enough to be carried around by the father, Bob Cratchit. Just one boy is right for the part of Tiny Tim, and that is...
Timothy Churchmouse.
Wowee! Do I really get the part? Super! For once, I guess, it's not too bad being small.